Welcome back. Well, local researchers trying to crack the code on aging. They're trying to see why Black people, on average, die sooner than other racial groups. So my next guest, Dr. Marie-Claire Boutrin, is leading the charge on this Black longevity study. We're going to get to you in a few minutes, but first, I want you to take a look at their call to action. On the north side of Huntsville at Oakwood University, age is not just a number.
I'm 93. It is such a blessing.
To get access to this exclusive group, you must be 85 or older, Black, live in Huntsville, and willing to answer surveys and questionnaires on longevity.
Stressful environments will put a stress inside the body, stressful biological environment that will leave prints on the DNA. And these prints actually stay for 3 generations.
That's why Dr. Marie-Claire Boutrin and her team are observing this special group to find out how they beat the odds. They hope to use this information to increase life expectancy rates. And here's why. Take a look at these numbers. The latest data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows Black men have a life expectancy of 72 years. That's compared to 77 for white men. That's why this 93-year-old, whose face can't be shown due to the confidentiality of the study, jumped at the opportunity to participate.
It's the best thing could happen. So many times we're overlooked when it comes to these types of studies.
Stress management, sleep hygiene, preventative health care, mental health, and diet are all analyzed.
You may not eat as healthy now because it's cheaper to eat fast foods, but later on, and we're finding out that some of our younger generations are having the disease process that was really happening to really older people.
Dr. Joycelyn Peterson's main goal in life is to teach people how to live to 100.
Survive, but to thrive, and education can make that difference.
And that is so true. So that's why Dr. Boutrin is joining us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So I did want to look at, you've been doing this study for a little while now, for a few months. Have you noticed any trends in the data that you've collected so far?
Yes, indeed. We have found trends among the participants. They tend to have a positive mindset, always thinking the positive, very seeing the nice side of things. They also have a strong belief system. Right. And what was most surprising to me was that they tend to eat 2 meals a day.
Just two?
Just two.
Okay. Right.
And to me it was surprising because usually, it's advertised that we should eat 3 meals a day, but they eat 2 meals and they seem to be doing fine. Obviously, they're still here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So why are you so passionate about this? Because we didn't get a chance to touch on that in the story. But what motivated you to say, I want to do this and I want to head this up?
Yes, so I'm very passionate about this because right now, I live in Alabama, and Alabama is the 4th worst state when it comes to longevity. There is a huge disparity when it comes to the Black ethnic group compared to the other ethnic groups. And we know that this is not normal, so something has to be done about it. However, we have noticed that there is a cluster of seniors in Huntsville, Alabama, that exceed that life expectation. Basically, they live to be 85 years old and older, which is not the average that we see for the state. So we thought, that would be a good way to actually try to understand how we can reduce that gap in the disparity. When it comes to life expectancy for the Black ethnic group. And that's why we are going around Huntsville interviewing Black seniors that are 85 years old and older, trying to understand what is it that you are doing daily that can contribute to your longevity.
And that's kind of what we touched on in the package. If you're 85 and older, if you live in Huntsville, if you're Black, make sure that you sign up for this, or if you know someone who fits in this age range, because it's all about saving lives right now. Now, this is only one part of the study. You have other parts and other portions to it. Talk to us about that.
So our study is quite comprehensive. We have several topics that we are exploring. We are looking at access to healthcare. We're looking at mental health. We are looking at physical activity, spirituality, and social connectedness. And we are using those topics because they have been proven to be actually instrumental in longevity. Now, we don't know anything about the population in Huntsville, but we are trying to use what we know and see actually, does this apply here? Because we are in the South, you know, Southern state doesn't have the same demographics or the same context as maybe California or New York. So we have to be relevant.
We really do. And we're running short on time, but really quickly, if people say, hey, I fit that bill, or hey, my grandparents do, where can they go to find out more information?
So they can call our phone number for the Black Longevity Study. It's 256-326-5243. I'm going to say it again, 256-326-5243, or they can send us an email at blackstudyproject@gmail.com.
And you are looking at the information right there on your screen. Dr. Boutron, I want to say again, thank you to you as well as everybody else on your team for doing this study. It is so important. We're trying to save lives so we can live longer, y'all.
Yes, and can I say, participants get $25 when they complete the survey.
Yes, they do. There's
Thank
even
you.
more incentive to do it. But thank you so much for coming on again.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.